Hey everybody, this is Felix and Darren with Ticor Title. We want to introduce you to our real estate hot take for the month of September. Darren, take it away.
Hey guys, really excited this month. We've got two great guests. First of all, we're going to introduce you to Stephen Burns from Primary Mortgage Resource. Stephen, interesting time of the year. We got some weird things coming up in the next month or so. Talk to us about what's going on in the rates.
So rates right now are back to being very volatile. There's a few different things that we're seeing right now. Last week was the jobs reports came out. There's actually more employment than we expected, which was not good for inflation data. So that caused rates to jump up a little bit. But also this week, we have the Fed giving their meeting minutes on Wednesday. Thursday is the CPI report, which there's going to be a lot of volatility around that. And then there's also the PPI report, which is on the wholesale level on Friday. So this week is going to be a very action-packed, very volatile week. I've been preparing most of my clients to just know that when we see rates this week, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. So we got to be really prepared. And then we're also seeing just a lot of buyers nervous about the election. The election is less than a month away now. And buyers are just very nervous about what to expect going forward, especially with the interest rate volatility that we're seeing.
Where are you seeing the interest rates at right now? Like, just out of curiosity.
Yeah, so with good credit scores on conventional, we're looking in the low to mid sixes. And then if we're FHA, VA, we're looking in like the mid to high fives. Kind of just depends on down payment, credit scores, things like that.
So a lot better than 12 months ago, but not quite there then.
Yeah, not as good as 2 weeks ago, but still better than 2 months ago.
A small window.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that info.
Yeah, and I had a quick question. As far as the elections go, because I know that is a really hot topic, with one party or the other being, elected into office, how much do you think that will affect the mortgage industry?
It's hard to say just because there's a lot of different variabilities when it comes to it, and it's hard to see what actions are actually going to be taken. So, it's also partially too when it comes to the Fed, do they really care a whole lot about what the president's doing versus just the whole economy in general? So people have their different reservations, but we kind of have to just let time tell and figure out what's actually going to happen with who gets elected.
Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for answering that. And I'd like to introduce our buddy Thomas Jackson with KW Redlands. And Thomas is going to go over the market as he sees it. And so, Thomas, what do you think is going on in the market as far as the real estate side of things go?
Yeah. So as far as the real estate side, things are still moving. So like to give you quick numbers real quick, right now in Redlands, there's 5 houses that are coming soon, 116 that are active on the market with 63 pending. So there's really not that many available. So there's actually 141 houses have closed in the last 90 days. So if you really think about it, there isn't that much inventory going on out there. And so like there's a lot of competitiveness. And what I mean by that is if it's a nice turnkey house and it's priced about right, it's like multiple offers, it just gets eaten up. If it's not so nice and it might need a little bit of time on the market kind of thing, and then maybe an adjustment or two just to balance itself out. But looking at it, it looks like almost 39% of houses sold right below asking, 22 sold at asking price, and 39% sold right above asking price. So there's a good variation there. And so that way, people are willing to pay more per house, to bid it up so they could get it. And then there's ones where the house maybe need a bunch of things. And then those are the ones where the sellers are doing a lot of concessions and different things to get it sold.
Yeah.
So pricing the properties that you're listing right now is obviously a huge important factor when talking to your clients then.
Yeah, because if you get someone like, oh, I want to go way high, it may not work if it's not a really turnkey house. If it's turnkey, there's almost nothing else for them to get, because median price in Redlands right now is right over 670. So, if you're at 800, 900,000, maybe pushing it, but if you're pretty close to the median, there's going to be a lot of buyers in that area.
Interesting.
Yeah. Are you seeing a lot of price adjustments in the recent weeks and months as far as it's in a lot of price drops?
Yeah, there's definitely a handful of them. So, but those are the ones that where it almost needs something, or the sellers were going way too high.
Way too high.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, if it's what everybody wants, it's gone. It almost doesn't matter what the price is within
So
reason.
it's still a highly competitive market for someone. Like if their house is
Very.
pretty much rehabbed and in really good condition, if now is a good time to put your property on the market because there is low inventory.
Right. Yeah, the way it looks, we're gonna run out of houses if nothing shows up.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
great.
Better time.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. Well, thank you guys so much for jumping on today. If any of you want to get in contact with Stephen or Thomas, we'll have their information and everything linked below. This was Real Estate Hot Take. We really appreciate your time, guys, and have a great rest of your week.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.